Welcome back to our new course here in SketchUp Pro 2023. And in this episode, we're going to create our foundations here on the plot that we created last time. So we're going to do this a little differently. There's several different ways that you can go about doing the foundations, but I want to try to create it as simple as possible to where you have as little possible errors as possible. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So to begin with, we already have our plot and it's in a group. Okay, this is super important. We're then going to go in here and just create our rectangle on top of that open area. Underneath this, well, actually on top, we're going to bring this up using the push-pull tool 6 inches, so 6, and hit enter. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Let's go ahead and turn off our plot over here in our outliner. Again, if you don't have your outliner, you can go under Window, Default Tray, and select Outliner. So this is our top, and I'm actually going to, so overall the slab in the middle, besides footings, is going to be 4 inches. So we want to push our bottom part up to enter, so that our overall space for this concrete slab is 4 inches. Next, okay, we're going to go underneath. We're going to select our offset tool. We're going to click on the center, and we're going to type in 12, hit enter. And this creates our overall footing on the outsides. So there's the outside footings. Now we need to place where the center footings are on the inside that goes underneath our walls. So take our tape measure, and again, the shortcut for the tape measure is the T key. And we're going to put a guide going from the far left here, going over to the right, and we're going to type in 9'9". From that point, we're going to go over 14 feet. And then we're going to go over 7'6". If you did everything correctly, we should have 12'9" is what's left. Now for these are the center of our footings. We're going to go to each side 6 inches. Just on all 3 of these. And then to create the bottom row, we're going to go from the top here, going to go down. Make sure that your line is green. That means it's going to be parallel to that green axis. And this is going to be 11'3". And again, we're going to simply go up and we're going to go down. Again, making sure that every single one of these lines is either green or red, depending on whether you're going down or left or right. Now that we have those, we're going to take our rectangle tool and we're simply going to draw in our rectangles. Going from corner to corner, making sure that they snap in there to those intersections. If anytime you don't see that snapping to intersections, that means something in your guide is wrong and it's not exactly where you need it to be. It's not exactly intersecting those lines. One may be on top of the other, whatever it may be. So now we do not need these guides. We don't need these. We do not need these. We do need this one. And this one actually goes all the way down like that. Now we can delete these. And let's go get our tape measure back. I'm going to redo this 11'3", just so that I have that marker. And then from that 11'3", I'm going to go 2'6". Let's go 5'6". And then just to verify we did everything correctly, this should be 12'9". Next, let's go ahead and redo our 6 inches on each side. Again, making sure that our line is green. Lastly, this isn't exactly in the footing blueprint, but based on the walls, we're going to simply go from the right over to the left, making sure that our guide is red, and we're going to go 8'3", and this is going to be that kind of bathroom wall. And so we'll go 6 inches on each side. Take our rectangle tool, which again is the letter R, and let's draw in all 3 of these. Both of these, this one finishes up here and this one goes here. So that is all of our footings so far. Let's go ahead and take our eraser tool, which is the letter E, and let's go ahead and first we can get rid of all of our guides by going under Edit, Delete Guides. And then we're going to clean up our lines so that everything is all one face. If you make a mistake and you erase something by mistake, just hold down Control and hit Z. And so we have something like this. So again, this is the bottom part of our floor plan. And so overall, this needs to be 12 or 18 inches. So let's take our tape measure. We're going to go from the top. We're going to go down, making sure that's kind of blue. And we're going to type in 18. All right. And then we're going to take our push-pull tool, select that outside ring, and pull it down, hover over that guide, and then go ahead and click. And that's going to bring our footings down to that total of 18 feet. Here we do need to make some adjustments, and really we should have not really erased these lines, but that's okay. So let's go in here and redraw in just these outside lines. The reason is that we're going to push-pull the center footings. We're going to push those up a total of, well, let's see how far they are right now. So these need to be a total of 10 inches. So let's go ahead and type in 10 with the tape measure and drag that up. And so just as a reference, we did push this up a total of 4 inches. So this is the bottom part of our footings. I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to triple click. Let's go here, intersect faces with selection. I'm going to bring this down to line up with that. And just make sure I have a face there, because I can't really tell. Okay. So that looks like everything. I'm going to come in here and clean up my lines. Hit Control Z. All right. Another thing that we need is that there's always slopes with these. And so I'm going to simply take my push-pull tool and I'm going to go and bring these out probably a good 4 inches. I'm just going to do that for probably most of these. If it doesn't happen like that, just Control Z and we can redo it. This is going to give us that really quick kind of slope that we're kind of looking for. And so I'm simply going to go in here, draw in the edge going all the way across. If it fills in, just go ahead and erase it. Draw in our diagonals. You can hit escape in order to get rid of that line. And once you do all of that, then that will automatically fill in. And we're going to do that for the rest of these. And again, this is just the line tool. Select the letter L on your keyboard if you need to switch tools for whatever reason. Again, hitting escape will get rid of that extra line if you need to But again, you will have to come in here and delete those, but that's okay. Again, just always making sure that your lines are going along those green and red axes if you're going to left and right. Again, your space bar is that selection tool, and your L key is that line tool. We got a few more. Okay, if you mess up, just Control Z, or you can go under the Edit tab at the very top. So we got this one. Using those keyboard shortcuts on your mouse in order to get around your project. That is going to be critical in you kind of really speedily getting through all of this. All right, so we got one more. It's always good to take time to kind of look over your project periodically, looking at it from different angles to make sure that what you think you have there is what you actually have. So that is pretty much all of the foundation. We do have a here over on this side, we have that fireplace. And so we'll add something in there a little bit later. We're going to leave it alone for now. Once we kind of get the walls in and we actually put in the fireplace, we'll come back to the foundation and add that in there. Let's go ahead and bring back our plot. Let's go ahead and we're going to triple click on our foundation, make sure everything's selected, and let's go ahead and click on group. So again, if we turn off plot, okay, we should have that. If we turn off that group, everything should delete. That's what we want. Okay, so let's turn that back on. Let's go ahead and right click on the group and go down here to rename, and we're going to type in foundation. Foundation house. Because we do have that garage foundation that we'll do a little bit later. Okay, so that finishes up that house foundation. The garage foundation is the exact same. So we will quickly do that in our next video. and then we'll move on to the house. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more episodes in this course in SketchUp Pro.